Okay, so hello everyone. So today we'll be discussing about IDFC Limited. We'll discussing about the long-term chart and what we need to do as we go to the daily or hourly chart. So let's go to the candlestick chart, but that will be much more clear. Okay. Now this is a monthly chart. Let's go to the higher time frame. Okay, this is a 3-month chart. Now, if you see this particular chart, you will say this is a very not a good structured chart. So it says much about the fundamentals. The fundamentals is not good for the ideas here limited for last, from 2006 to 20, so last 14 years. It has not been that good. So what we need to do right now, you see, it has not made a high since 2007. Okay, 2007 was the last high, or 2008 was the last high, but it has not made a high since then. So that says that lot has to be improved uh, in the structure of IDFC. Okay, it has never improved. Okay, so let's see what is happening here. Can we create some trend lines, support zone? Okay, so let's start with the trend lines. You can see a nice slanting trend line that is coming from the top to the bottom of the IDFC Bank chart, and the same we can do from the bottom. Okay, so if you see this bottom trend line also we can create. Okay, so you can see this chart is very nicely done. So here there's a supply. There's the wick that you are seeing right now is a symbol of supply here. So one, two, okay. So let me put it here. So one, two, three, okay. So there are three supply zones right now. Where here the demands are in the lower phase, okay. But anyways, it has not, the demand is not that much, but the supply, you can see the larger wicks has created a huge problem for IDFC and has put and has obstructed it to go higher. Okay, so this is the larger time frame. Can we do for the lower time frame? Okay, let's see. uh, See, this is a time frame where we can do. Okay, if we go for the monthly chart, we can see a nice trend line that is right now going. Okay, so these trend lines are very important. Okay, it says that uh, every time it goes to this particular trend line, there's a supply. Okay, so you can see this one, two, three, four, five, and six supply zones right now we can see in this particular trend line, and we need to be very cautious approach. Okay, now, how about the demand zone? Can we check the demand zone? The demand zone, if you check here, you will see a nice demand zone here. Okay. Now, how the demand zone? How can I check? This is one. This is two. This is three, and this is a lot of wicks are here. It says that there is some demand that is producing. Okay, and the last time it went below, went down in the month of February and March, then it rapidly moved higher. Because because of this demand, okay, it moved rapidly here. Now we'll see. Can we see any accumulations right now here happening? Okay, you see the uptrend, the downtrend that happened with the lower volumes. Okay, the volumes were lesser than the average volumes. Okay, so let us get out of this earnings thing. Show dividend. Okay, okay, it's obstructing us in doing our job. So right now you can see the volumes that is happening here, with this is a lower volume. Okay, it has not crossed the average volume even. Okay, but you see the accumulation that is happening here is is happening with a larger volume. Okay, it's happening with a larger volume. Okay, see the accumulation one. Okay, it's all, everything is above average volume. Okay, except this one, everything is above average volumes. Okay, and these are the up days, right? These are up days. In the up days you see the volumes are high. What about the down days? These are 1 and 2. These are the down days that you are seeing right now. In the down days here the volumes are very low. Okay, uh, so that means that there's an accumulation that is happening. Okay, in the monthly chart that we can see, and due to that, see, there's a demand in the in the in the in this particular stock. Okay, so what about now? Let me remove this uh, stuffs here from right now. It is taking a bit of time, but that's fine. I guess we need to understand here how we need to do this. Okay, now we understood the whole structure for the monthly chart and how the volume played out uh, right now, how it is playing out. Okay, now what next? Now if you will hide the volume for a minute and we'll see what is happening here. Okay, now understand, this is a very particular, this is a long term trend line. So if we need to go above it, we will go higher only when this crosses this particular trend line. Okay, now we have joined with the bodies here. Okay, the wicks are also very important in the long-term charts. Okay, let's join the wicks also here. So this area, okay, 51 or 52, or we can say, is very important area. Okay, once it crosses that, it has a potential to go to 68. It has a potential to go to 72 even. Okay, because this is a source of this downtrend. Okay, and normally it goes to that source first. Okay, if you see most of the stocks like Tata Steel, Hindalco, all have gone to their high point from the source point. Okay, so so this is very important structure right now. And if you'll see the zone, this is a zone that I'm creating right now. Okay, let me create a zone with a rectangle here. Okay, you see this, there's a particular zone here. Okay, this zone is very important currently. Okay, so this zone has been very important. This one, two, okay, three, four, okay, so many times, and this is the fifth time the zone is playing out. Okay, now this zone is very important from the weekly, monthly, and weekly chart. Okay, so in order to buy this zone, we should cross this zone. So that is very important. Okay. Okay, so this is all about the price action. In the weekly chart, if you see the volume, you see the huge buildings, huge towers in the green, in the blue volumes, and that says that demand is really high, and there's a high chances for it to break upside. Okay. Now, what should be the downward limit? The downward limit is definitely will be 38.3. Okay, if it goes below 38.3, then the whole structure goes bad, and that is not a good sign for this particular stock. 38.3 is the first key level that we are doing right now, and then if it goes down below 28.75, it's again a problem for this particular stock. Okay, so you can see there's a gap. This is called an acceleration gap. That is very important. So what we say this gap as an acceleration gap. Okay, acceleration. Okay, it accelerates this particular stocks to move upside. Okay, this is also called a measuring gap. So let's say if we measure this particular to the 50% of this gap, and we'll take higher, you see where it stopped. Okay, it stopped in the equal parlance. From here to here, we take 50% of this particular gap. Okay, and then we just moved from that 50% to the top. Okay, it stopped here. Okay, so from everywhere we can see this particular zone is very important. Okay, and most of the time the stock may come and retest the gap and then can move forward. Okay, okay, now what next then? Okay, we'll remove all these trend lines which is making things very complicated here. Okay, okay, this trend line is very important, so let's put it here. And one thing again I'm saying, see these down days are very low volume, and the higher the up days are having the huge volumes. This week also it is going down. It is already 5.43% down, but the volumes are very less. Okay, now let's go to the daily chart and see how it is playing out right now. Before that we need to see, okay, that's fine. Okay, if we move to the daily chart, we can see the volumes. It has, you can see there's a lot of demand in this particular zone. There are a lot of tails of a candle, one, two, and three, and the down volumes are very low. See, it is slowly decreasing. Okay, so that is a good sign. Okay, the key levels right now for the lower time frame would be 45 should be the first key level, and then the critical level should be around 35.9. Okay, there's another level that we need to watch here is this level, because you can see there's a lot of demand right now playing because of this tails. Okay, now what next when we need to buy is a very important uh, stuff. Okay, so in the terms of Elliott wave theory, we can say this is the first wave upside, this is the second wave, and the whole is the third wave. Okay, and this is fourth wave, and this is the fifth wave that is running right now. So one, two, three, and four, and five. Now that shares the question why I took this whole wave as a third wave, because there's a gap. Third wave is always full of gaps. Okay, so because of this gap, I have included this wave here. Okay, now if we'll take a Fibonacci from here right now, uh, Fibonacci projection from 1 towards 2, you'll see it exactly stopped at 2.618. The third wave stopped at 2.618. And where the fifth wave stopped, we'll see where the fifth wave stopped from second to, okay, sorry, we have to take from the first. Okay, from the zero wave, it stopped exactly at 0.5. Okay, 51.2. Okay, so that says that this count really validates what we are thinking about it. Okay, and this is the first wave upside. It seems that this is the first wave upside. Now what next? Every time when the first impulse completes, it always goes to the fourth wave, near to the fourth wave. This journey, it always go from the correction that happens. It comes from 35.25 to 45. Okay, so that is very important zone. Now understanding everything right now, let's see what we can do. We'll remove all the drawings right now. It's confusing right now. Okay, so only thing that we left is this. We left with is this is the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, and this is the fifth wave that we are thinking. Okay, this is what we are thinking. right now. What are the levels to see? This is the first level, okay, 45, 55, and this is the second level that you have to see. Okay, now when to buy? So we need to see what happens when the stocks moves here, 45.5. Okay, if it is some bullish signal it gives, then this is the time we need to buy our 30% of our positions here. Okay, if it goes down and if it breaks below 45.5, then definitely the higher chances it can come to 41.6. Okay, because this is the fourth wave of this particular wave. So this is one, two, three, four, and this is the fifth wave. So again, the another level that we need to check is 41.25. Okay, and this is the last critical level, 35.15. Now, if this level breaks, okay, then this particular whole uptrend we'll say is in problem. Okay, it is in problem right now. So going to the lower chart, we can see hourly time frame. We can see this is the only impulse wave that is going. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 impulse wave. So normally it will come to 45.5. Okay, normally it will come to 45.5. That is my thought. And after coming to 45.5, there's high chances that it can move up to either this level 45, 47.65, or even 49.7. Now this is again becomes a critical zone. Okay, from here it can move upside or it can go downside, and it can come to 41.25. Now why I'm saying this, what is the probability of it is coming to 41.5 or 41.25 or to any this level? If we take a Fibonacci from here, we'll do a projection from Fibonacci and we'll see 1.382 falls here, 41.25. Okay, so that is why I think 41.25 is very easily available right now to come. Okay, but price action is very important uh, than the waves. Okay, if it goes above 49, you need to buy. Okay, if it goes below this 45.55, then we have to wait for it to come to 43 and then 41. We need to buy uh, in installments, right? If it goes below 41, we need to be warned right now. Uh, and if it goes to 35.5, that will be a bigger problem. So what will be our target then? Moving above 50 is a good thing. Okay, moving above 50 is a good thing. Below 35 is a bad thing. Okay, so our targets will be around, first target will be 65, second target will be 70. Okay, so this is our targets. Okay, this is the second target and this would be our first target. Our stop loss will be around 35 zone. If you'll buy here around 49, then our stop loss will be around 39 or 40. Okay, stop loss should not go down because that will create a lot of risk. Okay, okay, so this is what I wanted to explain in this chart. I hope everyone would have understood what I'm trying to tell here. Anyways, this whole chart is not a good structured chart, and we need to see as it progress. But in the bull market, everything can run, and everything is running. Um, it is not about fundamentals anymore. Okay, so have a great day, and please let me know your comments. Okay, thank you very much.